Tell me a little bit about this fellow who's sitting on your knee there.
This is Sigmund Freud, who the film is really Graham Chapman's life story, and particularly his own search for self-knowledge and analysing himself and his chaotic life, really. So along the way, he calls in the services of Sigmund Freud, the founding father of psychoanalysis, to help him analyse one of his crazy dreams. And so Freud has his own little scene in the film. He's played in our film by Cameron Diaz, no less, which we were very pleased about. We had to record her down the line.
Seems to be the only choice.
Yeah,
Yes,
we were thinking who can we get to play Freud, and we thought Robert De Niro,
Al
Al
Pacino.
Pacino, and then we thought no, there's something they don't fit Freud's gravitas, and we thought Cameron Diaz really did that.
She delivers. She really delivers.
So what was it like working with Cameron Diaz as Freud?
She was down the line in Tampa, Florida, actually. We had to direct her over Skype. She did it twice in her own voice, which was fine. But then she suddenly said, what did she say?
I've got
She
a
told
little
us
man
not. She
in
told
her.
us not to say this on camera. But,
Oh, sorry. He's a bit distressed about it. She said, I have got this little man in my head that I've been working on with this little voice. Can I try it? And she came out with this funny little man Austrian accent, which was superb. So Cameron Diaz plays Sigmund Freud, as you do.
And who else can we look forward to making an appearance in this film?
Well, Graham himself, we've brought him back
Dead.
after.
What do you mean? He's dead.
He's
How
dead.
can he be in this film if he's
I
dead?
have no idea, but he's here. He recorded his autobiography, Lies autobiography, as an audiobook, and effectively that's what seeded the concept that we could make an animated film with him in scenes performing, and then bringing in other characters and other Pythons to play other roles, sometimes themselves, sometimes his mum, sometimes his dad. So the other Pythons that are now joining him 20 years later in scenes are Terry Jones playing his mum, which he likes to do, obviously Michael Palin playing his dad, John Cleese playing himself mostly, and a bit of David Frost, and other characters, and of course Terry Gilliam also does an amazing job at playing a number of different characters, which was quite a surprise.
Now, I believe that Terry Gilliam has a very different role than he normally would have in the Python films and also the Python TV programs as well in this, doesn't he? Tell me about that.
This is not a Monty Python film. What is it not? It's not a Monty Python film. So we didn't really want to use Terry Gilliam as an animator because that would be too associated with Python. And also we wanted really this film to be a showcase for young, mostly British, new animators and different styles. So obviously we wanted Terry Gilliam to be involved. So we sent him a script with a load of different characters in. And then we remembered that he'd never really played characters with proper lines in the Monty Python films. He generally just kind of grunts and plays grotesques, but he turned up and he'd learnt his lines and he rehearsed and he threw himself into it, and we think we found a new voiceover star in Terry Gilliam.
Yeah. If the old directing stuff, doesn't quite work out anymore, there's a new job for him.
And what was it like working with John Cleese and Michael Palin as well? What were those guys like?
Well, it was great. We had Terry Jones and Mike Palin, and in together, because they were playing his mother and father, so they had doing a lot of scenes together, and so they were playing off each other very well, and they're great friends as well, so the camaraderie between the two of them is very, very, very good. And the fact that Terry Jones is also my dad, directing him is quite easy, having a guy who's directed Life of Brian and trying to tell him what to do, and he's your dad.
Bit tricky.
But also John Cleese was playing himself mostly through the film, so you can't really tell him. Could you make that a bit more like John Cleese, please?
Yes.
Because actually we didn't do very much direction at all in the performances because they're all such pros and they're so fantastic, so we'll just let them get on with it.
How does it work, you three guys directing together? How do you divvy up the directorial duties?
We have a complicated system, a narco-syndicus commune-based manifesto, which we work to very closely. That about describes it?
Actually, the honest answer is it's rather good. If you had two directors, they would often disagree and you wouldn't be able to resolve the issue. But when there are three, it's a simple matter of 2 against 1. So if one of us has one idea and the other doesn't like it, then we don't fight it out between us. We go to the third and say, what do you think? And then there's a casting vote. So it does actually...
There's lots of time where you're just trying to suck up to one of the other directors just to try and get your own way.
Also, it's quite because me and Bill grew up together, so and Jeff reckons we're quite competitive. So he used that. You used
I
that.
often have the casting vote in between them.
When Jeff first came on board, he was a bit worried that we might just gang up on him, and then he soon realised that no, we're just a bit too competitive for that.
So it's quite useful for me.
I see an evil plan was hatched here then.
An evil Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
No, he's not evil.
Do you want to work together again after this?
No,
after this we go. That's
we go
it.
separate ways. It was a terrible experience. We had an awful time, and thank God it's over.
Liar. He's a liar.
Oh, and the pipes. No, we had a wonderful time. We're definitely going to do something else together. And the pipes. This is.
We should explain.
Yes, this is Graham's kind of iconic prop, I suppose is the best way to describe it, which he says in the film he realised could make him look intelligent, so which we're going to just try now. No, I can't do it. So we don't advocate smoking. It's a filthy habit.
It's going to be great when you don't use that bit. Everyone's just going to think, what the hell are these guys doing smoking a pipe?
But we're not smoking. We're just sticking it in our mouths.
So it is a bit addictive just having something that you can just...
And you can point as well.
It's very good.
You can point.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Love it.
So it's a tribute to Graham.
It's Graham's film.
And what's next for you guys?
See, we have another animated mental rock and roll concept which we want to do, which is
Which we may be announcing in the next few days.
Okay. Any kind of clues at all?
No.
Well, there has to be something.
We could lie.
Go on then.
Jesus Christ Superstar, yes. We think that road's been tread over a lot, so we think we should retread it again.
And will Freud be in this?
Oh, most definitely. I think
Yes.
the one person who could do very well with Freud's help is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh no, Freud's lost his head.
I have to go. Sorry. He's been decapitated.